everyone. Actually, it always feels weird to me to say at the beginning of the stream because I know there's like no one at this
Right.
point. Only if you're watching it afterwards,
Mhm.
we can say hello everyone, and we're saying hello to you. But when it comes to live stream, we need a minute for people to
Right.
join
To roll
uh,
in.
before we start. Um, I guess we should address this, right? Our jerseys.
Yes. You go first.
It's football week or soccer week, depending on how you call it. But I guess since the World Cup is in the US, Canada, and Mexico, I think we should call it soccer at least for next few weeks. So yeah, soccer World Cup is happening and starting in 2 days. We're looking forward to it. Nnenna rocking the amazing Brazil shirt, and I'm using Georgia's shirt, which unfortunately didn't make it to World Cup. But it's the only shirt I have, and there's a really nice story, by the way, behind this. So I'll tell you as we wait for people to join. So I was actually in Georgia for the first time in my life. I was visiting this great, amazing community of testers and QA people in Georgia, in Tbilisi. I was part of that conference since like very early days, and when I finally got the chance to come in person, I've got a really nice tour of the city, and I got to talk to friends over there, and I asked them like, "Hey, what are you up to tonight?" And they're like, "We're going to watch football."
Mhm.
Uh, there was a match playing against Czech Republic, which is my neighbor. We used to be one country,
Mhm.
and they were like, and last time they played with them, they've lost, and the losing match was actually on the European Cup, and because of that loss, they were eliminated from like the final round. I
Wow.
don't know if it was the eighth final or quarter final or was it even semi-final? I'm not sure. But anyways, there was a lot of like, oh no, this team again. We have to beat them this time, although we don't like our chances, but we'll see. We'll go cheer for them anyway. And the whole Tbilisi was just living that match that night. There were so many people in the streets, and I almost want to say it was a friendly match. Like the stakes weren't so high as they were last time,
Hmm.
but you could just see people like being fans. The white and red shirts everywhere. People watching on big screens in pubs everywhere. So that was an amazing atmosphere. And Georgia won. Georgia won the match gloriously. I think it was like 4-0 or something. It was amazing.
Wow.
And the whole city erupted in celebrations. So it was like 11 p.m., maybe midnight, and streets were full. Like people were honking, leaning out of their cars with the Georgian flag. Everyone was celebrating on the street, and I was like, wow, what an atmosphere, right? And again, like it wasn't like they won finals or anything. It was a almost like a regular match. So I was supposed to open the conference the next day at like, and Georgians actually like start the day a little bit late. So the opening speech was at around 10
Mhm.
or something like that. And I talked to the guys, my friends, like, guys, listen, I feel like this is huge. Like, can you get me a jersey? I want to wear it during my talk tomorrow because
I
that would be a
agree.
great way to connect with people.
Of course.
And they were like, let me think. And that whole thing turned into like a massive operation. Like they were on a mission to get me that jersey. There were some details behind that which I already forgot, but they went out of the way to like get me that jersey, and it was amazing. It arrived like 15 minutes before my talk. I put it on. I hid it behind the shirt.
And so then you did have the moment where
Yes, and at the beginning of my speech, I had this. I like to do like creative voting kind of stuff, like not just raise your hands, but like pull up your phone and turn on the light. Or this time I did clap. So like if you agree, clap once. So I gave like a couple of general questions about like testing, and I forgot what the questions was, and the last thing I've asked, like, did you watch the match yesterday? And of course everyone clapped.
smart.
And I said, well, I did too. And I pulled off the shirt to reveal the jersey. And it was like I actually got the video from the reaction. It was so good. Like everyone cheered, and then we like did the in Georgia, you actually say the name of the country, Sakartvelo,
Hmm.
and they were always cheering Sakartvelo, and that's what we did on the stage to kick off my talk, and then I moved on with the talk.
That sounds
But
iconic.
it was one of the best experience, if not the best experience I had on a conference stage ever. It was so cool. So I love wearing these, even though we don't get to see the Georgia team on
Right.
this cup. Maybe next time, we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah. What, 4 years from now? Or how often is the a World Cup?
World Cup is every 4 years, but
Just like,
the European Cup comes in also in 4 years, but it's in 2 years. So
the
like
opposite.
they switch.
Yeah, yeah. Which is
Yeah, yeah.
great. Euro Cup.
And they
Yeah.
did very good last time, so
Mhm.
we can only hope they're going to be improving. So yeah,
Fingers
go check
crossed.
out fellow.
That's an awesome story. I should take some tips from that for my future, like upcoming talks. I'm going to
Yes.
Berlin, so well, we'll see. That's in July, and I don't know how long the World Cup will be going on.
I think it might still be going on. You know what? If
Mm.
if Germany does well, then you might be still in it.
And they
Wait,
usually do
July.
very well.
Okay, so finals are in on the 19th of July. And the
Wow.
semifinals are 14 and 15. Quarterfinals are 9, 10, 11, 12. So if Germany does well, you should get yourself a Germany jersey, and
Oh yeah,
maybe lose that Brazil one.
right. I'll stash it away. Yeah, so collect a couple jerseys, and depending on what happens, that would be really cool. Actually, wearing a Germany jersey while I'm there, because I'll be there from the 7th to the 11th of July. So
Yay,
yeah,
that'd be great. Maybe we'll meet. I don't know what's the situation. I know
I
like we're going to have a booth, but I'm not sure if I'm coming yet. What's the
yeah,
team assembly?
I hope
But
we figure that out. It would be awesome
I
to
hope we do.
hang out in Berlin together.
Yeah,
And
it's definitely closer for me
mhm, mhm.
than for you. So I feel like almost obligated to come.
Exactly at this point, just a couple hours or something flight, right?
Yeah, I think it's like, well, in Europe, everything is like 2 hours, 3 hours tops. So
Mhm.
it shouldn't be that far. All righty. Do we
Yeah.
have, I'm looking into chat. Do we have any viewers? It seems like we do have some viewers. So we should start with the official topic, which we teased on social media, which is tmux. Nnenna,
Yes.
you have to teach me about tmux. I keep hearing good things. I've never, well, I have tried it, but I didn't get it. So
Right.
you're here to enlighten me.
Yeah. I mean, at the highest level, I feel like when I used to use tmux all the time, for, I guess, like managing sessions while coding while in the terminal. And so I would use tmux with Vim, and then other times I would use, people pronounce it differently, but mx or emacs.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, it was like kind of just a way to manage sessions and have multiple panes and multiple sessions in one terminal overall window. Um, so that you can just do a bunch of different things simultaneously in one view. It's really organized well. And yeah, and also just the key bindings, or like the the commands that you could use for moving across into different sessions, it's nice to not use your mouse, when
Yeah,
everything is via the keyboard. It feels pretty elite. I don't know.
yeah.
So,
It is. It's funny how good that feels. I've uh, I've never used like touch typing
mhm,
really well, and I don't know. Maybe it's this like counter AI kind of thing of me, but
mhm.
I really started doing that like 2 years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago, and it feels so good when you are like proficient enough to type with all your fingers and being able to like navigate the whole thing. Like that feels like another level, and it's so cool to see people being able to do that.
Yeah. It doesn't take much to become fluent in it. Wait, should I change the view?
we
Um,
can we can switch, like if you're ready to share, we can start doing that. I don't know, can you change the view? This is not the view. Oh wait, you need to start sharing the screen. Have you
okay.
started already?
No.
No. Okay, so do that, and then we can switch to a view where we can actually see your screen. Yes, this is good. I like this one, but we don't have your full screen, right?
It's entire screen.
Yeah, let's try something like this. I think this works. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, let's do that. I like this. How about you?
I can't see it.
You
Oh,
cannot
okay,
see the
cool. That
view?
looks good.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's right. You're sharing your screen.
Well, I might need to attach my monitor, perhaps, and move the studio over to this screen. But
Yes, that might help. So you don't feel like you're talking to a cave.
awesome. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I feel like this is the best place to land and to start, which is the tmux cheat sheet. This is a website or cheat sheet I have been using for years. And it was really helpful with just learning to like memorize the commands of how to start up tmux in general, how to start a new session, for navigating across different panes and different windows. Uh, yeah, these are all of the commands to really help you get started. I highly recommend this reference sheet. It looks like they still maintain it because I see a Claude Code thing here, which is
Mhm.
interesting. Aha. Oh, this is a Claude Code cheat sheet. Never mind.
Oh,
But it looks like in general, this website, they still maintain it. So I think that that's really good. And where now we're going back here, and I'm going to move over to my terminal, and I'm going to just do tmux here. It's pretty much the same thing as tmux new. And I am in the repo that we were working in the last session, triage tender, which is a hilarious name still.
yes. I like the names.
But it literally, this is just what it looks like. It's still your terminal, and you can do all the things that you would typically do. I wonder if there's some interesting files to go into.
I think it's all crammed into one app.tsx file, actually. Like we
So
we vibe coded hard last time. Yeah.
yeah, so this is now tmux with Vim, and this is exactly how I would view different files and change and write code, just by now I'm going into Vim command. So I won't do that, but you can start tmux just by doing that. You can also name a session or name sessions. And let me go back to the cheat sheet because it actually has been some time since I have used it, and pick the easiest route. tmux new -s. This is what I'm looking for. So I'm going to try that here. And then I'm going to name the session. What would you like to name? What should we name this?
I don't know. Do we Are we going to make improvements on our triage Tinder app?
I
I
think we should.
I actually, yeah, maybe we should. I don't know if you're down for that, but I was wondering if maybe since we are World Cup themed, maybe we could create a, like the what's the called, the roster. No, it's not the roster. I'm looking for the name. When you have the finals and you have this whole spider kind of thing where teams play against each other and they knock each other out. The
Mhm.
finals table is not a table. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know.
I can't. I know what you're talking about, and I don't have it.
Yeah, I mean, that's my way of, overcomplicating things. So
Mhm.
maybe we don't have to go through that. Uh,
But
maybe we,
I can just like I can just do an example for now.
yeah, let's do an example. Yeah, let's keep it simple.
Just examples. Oh, also, let me make sure that you can see this clearly. So what was it? tmux new dash s,
And temp sesh, I think you wrote.
something like that. Okay, so now you can see the title of this window or new tab is that name of that session. And that's pretty helpful if you're just managing multiple windows, working on different things. You
Mhm.
know exactly what this particular session is for. Then I'm going to use Control B and then the percentage sign, and that splits the window in half. This is really cool because you can literally just keep doing this for as, especially if you're using a large monitor and now you're going to look like a hacker. It's just super awesome to view everything. What is the, I believe there is, aha, that's what it was. Control B with the quotation mark
Mhm.
splits the pane horizontally, or I guess, yeah, in half, from like divides top and
Yeah.
bottom, and you just keep going from there. Um, to move across different panes, it's Control B and then the arrows. Control B,
Nice.
arrow, Control B. Super, super smooth. So those are just, like really basic, simple commands that you can use. And I think you can write exit, and that automatically kills that.
That's really cool. So I also heard that tmux can like run in the background. So when you open a session and you close your terminal, it's actually still running. Or did I
That might
not
be
remember that
true.
correctly?
I don't know if I've actually tested that. Yeah, because I think you can list, is it tmux ls?
Yes.
One,
Yeah.
we've got one window created, attached. There must be a way to detach somehow.
Well,
Um,
probably be in the cheat sheet, right?
mhm.
Kill session.
Right here,
Yeah.
kill session, kill delete all but the current. That's so funny how detailed it gets. So tmux kill session, and then I'm going to be really specific about temp sesh. Let's see what that does. Okay, now all, okay, so those are multiple windows in the same session,
Hmm.
temp sesh, and we just killed it. And if I do
Yes.
tmux ls again, do I still have one? Yes, that is the triage Tinder um, one that we were just checking out right here. So that one's still alive. And if I can quit out of here and click and do exit, let me list. So now there's nothing. All right.
Hmm. Okay. So practically, you said that you tend to use it a lot. Maybe not nowadays, but is this uh, is this the thing you would use when you want to run like multiple agents and stuff, or when you're like the kind of person that likes to keep lots of tabs open?
Mm-hmm.
Then this is for you.
Yeah. And yeah, super useful. You probably could have like, just multiple, I don't know, Claude Code or Codex going crazy in the CLI here in the terminal, and it's just like having multiple chats open basically, and
Yeah,
right in the terminal, which can be really useful for people. And it started to gain so this is like, old school. Tmux is super old school, and it's one of the best thing. I love, like, when I'm speaking to folks who are a lot older than me, have had, like 20, 30 years in the game, and I'm getting to know them. This is one of the best ways to kind of touch base and like relate. If I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm a developer, this is what I used to use. I was a Vim girl, I used MX, and then that's like, oh, now they know,
yeah,
like, oh, you were that kind of dev. And it just elevates the conversation to another level. So very useful if you want some cool points for that. And this conversation just started to surface again recently,
yeah.
right, Philip?
Yes, I think like this is because people are token maxing and running. Well, they don't really have to be token maxing, right? But it's a it can be useful if you want to manage your context windows and you want to orchestrate multiple agents and run them at once. Then obviously you want to have multiple different threads going on. And it seems like this is the reason, right?
Mhm.
The tmux is getting popular because you can just very easily start start doing that. But I've heard, and I'm hoping that we could maybe explore this, that you could even somehow pass information from like one codex session to another or one Cloud Code session to another through tmux, because you can open a tmux window programmatically, right? You can like
Yeah,
uh,
if you
kick it
use
off with an argument, so that argument could be codex dash p for the prompt, right? Is dash p for the prompt on codex as well? I've been using
uh,
Cloud Code.
I have been using the Codex app, so I would have to double
Yeah.
check. We can test that out. I think I need to update Codex itself, but
No.
okay, there we go. I have a bunch of local like MCPs I built that are failing right now, and I just need to remove them at some point because it's taking up real estate on this page. Um, so yeah, like what should we do next? And actually, let me pull up. You know what I haven't used in a while? I haven't used Claude Code in a while. It's just Claude, right?
Yes.
Cool. And model. What are my options here? Oh, okay. Opus. Well, that'll do for now.
Yeah, I think so. So maybe we can open the app. So you might need to open another terminal. Uh, and let's open the app, and we can sort of brainstorm what else we need to add to it, because I already kind of forgot what our application is doing. I know you can triage your issues with your triage Tinder, but I don't know if it does anything else. I guess
And so you
npm
want me to
run dev
you
will.
want me to run the app locally. This
Yeah.
is cool. So there's persistence. Is that what that means? That there's persistence in the chat
Oh,
from
is that the Cloud
Claude.
Code
Yeah,
plugin?
it must be. Yeah,
Oh,
cool.
cool. Okay, that's new. I did not see that. I mean, I've been using Cursor mostly,
Hmm.
which I
Um,
guess like they want to try their own thing.
so how should I run
I
this?
think npm run dev. If you we can confirm that by looking into package JSON. There should be a run script in there. Dev, yes. Oh, it'll run actually two threads. the API and the web, and we need both.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So npm run dev will run it.
Oh,
Oh, maybe you need to do install?
yeah. What is npm install should be fine.
Yes.
And I'm not even using a session. Let me just.
Yeah, let's run
We
it.
already do that. npm run dev.
All right. So it should be running on your localhost.
5173.
Yes.
Local.
So it's actually like Vite, but the V is like a Roman number 5. And 173 is like ITE. So 5173. Someone
Really?
pointed it out, yeah, recently, because I thought like this is very random number, and it turns out it's not random. It's Vite spelled out in numbers.
I love that. It's like a little Easter
Sort of.
egg thing.
Yeah. All right.
And yeah, so we're here.
Yep.
Issue priority by comparison. And I guess I could just start creating some issues. See, this is the hard part for me, actually.
Well, I just like slammed my keyboard last time and did not really create any issues that made sense. Yeah, you're doing good.
Thing two, other super serious thing.
Yeah. How do you decide which one is more serious?
Right. Should I create a few more? Or let's see, priority.
Yeah, let's create at least 3 so that we have so that the triage Tinder is actually doing something, because between 2 issues it's not.
So I made sure to test out the no description, and looks like it handles that gracefully.
Nice. All right, so now to run the triage session, you need to pick your issues. So it looks like we don't have like select all thing going here. So that's a feature we can add.
Okay. Let's keep that in mind.
Yes.
That would be really cool to see or to build. And I've selected all 3. When I deselect,
seems to be working well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Selected.
And the state changes once we've had at least 2 issues selected, and then you can begin the triage process. Pick the issue that matters more. Oh my God, this is so difficult. Thing 1 or thing 2?
The really serious thing or this other super serious thing? I think the super serious thing sounds more serious than just the serious thing.
Super serious?
Yeah, it's because it's super serious.
Right. This is what it felt like taking tests, by the way. Like, I'm already getting triggered remembering school. This is what tests are like.
All right. And now you can choose.
Definitely this one. Oh, okay. Okay. Here
we go. Prioritized.
Look at that. Improve code readability had the highest score because I selected it multiple times.
We selected, yeah. We decided that this is the most important thing. All right, so picking all of the issues should be an option. And I'm thinking, because there are 2 ways we can go about this, right? We can either like do it on the classical thing, like on the top of the list, you have the select all, or the select all appears when you have at least one selected. Or we could actually put it on the right where the triage trigger button is.
Let me go back to, so first of all, I can move this one out of the way. So let me go back to where in the UI did you say?
So I basically said there are three options, right? We have this list thing where it says pick issue. So when you pick an issue, actually click the checkbox. Instead of pick issue, we could have a label, a button appear that says select all,
Mm-hmm.
which would allow you to select all. And I think like that's the classical UX thing that people do.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the other option would to just have that button by default appearing, which might be a little bit user friendly if your user story, if your intention is to always triage all the things, which kind of makes sense. Or we could use that zero selected field on the right where you would just go like select all and start triage.
I like the idea of having an always visible select
Always on.
all and actually a part of this table instead of separate from the table, as that's what it's controlling, uh,
Yes.
the items on this list. Um,
So let's
and
say we, yeah, do that.
so, do you want to replace the word pick, the phrase pick issue, or just have it like next to it?
Let's try having it next to it and see what happens. See how it
Okay.
feels. We can
So,
iterate and decide.
right. And I'm switching to plan mode.
All right.
Oh, model changed to medium for plan mode. I actually didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't know that either, but it kind of makes sense. You don't need the most powerful reasoning modes to create your plan, right? Because it's just mostly text.
Hmm.
You want to dictate the thing?
I was. Did you see me hovering?
I saw you hovering, and I saw like, all right, I need to shut up.
I'm patient. I can wait before I speak. So yeah, this is me dictating, and this is usually how I do it. I'd like to plan out a UI change in the app where the table of where we list all of the issues in the triage Tinder view, we want to add a select all button, including all the functionality, so that when you click select all issues in the list are automatically selected. And other states that change in the app, like the zero selected, should uh, remain or should be triggered appropriately.
So, are you using No, that wasn't Super Whisper. Right,
This
that's
is Whisper Flow.
Whisper Flow. Okay.
And let's see how it. Yeah, that looks fine. All right, I'm just going to go with that.
Yeah.
I just clicked enter and a wall of text greets me. Okay, session start hook. I
Wait, what is
don't. This is you are in the learning output style mode, which combines interactive learning with educational explanations. I don't know why. I might have to change my settings, but there's some insight here because this is interesting. Insight of truth. So select all should be one state update, not a per row click simulation. The only real product decision is what the control does after everything is selected. Stay as a one-way command, disable itself, or become a clear all toggle. So this is interesting. So when all issues are already selected, what should the select all control do?
Yeah, and that's a good point.
Mhm,
Yeah, I think if you accidentally click the button, you don't want to like imagine having 30 issues, right?
mhm,
You click that button accidentally. You want to have a way of going back.
mhm.
That's my logic. So I think become clear all might make sense because if you clicked select all, there's nothing more to click.
Mm-hmm.
But also we need to make sure that when you click it, uncheck an issue, it becomes select all again, so that it doesn't like stay in that clear state.
Right. So become clear all. I prefer deselect. So instead of clear all, perhaps deselect as the um, as the term in the UI. One control supports both bulk select and returning to zero selected, keeping the sidebar state easy to test.
So I'm thinking we should somehow maybe try to utilize the fact that we're running tmux
Mm-hmm.
and maybe give it another task
Mm-hmm.
in parallel now. And I'm thinking maybe running Claude instead and like try to suggest, some design changes. What do you think about that? I don't know.
I'm all for it. And I'm in that session, Control B. Let me move back to Codex. Oh, tmux, focus off, focus events off. Okay, I won't get distracted. Implement this plan. Okay, yeah, so there's a plan that is.
By the way, how much do you use the plan mode? Is
I
it
use
something that you use all the time, or?
I use it all the time, as much as I need to for any coding tasks when I'm building my like open source policy engine MCP.
Mhm.
I if I want new features, if I want to manage some technical debt, um, if I want to research maybe a new architectural choice or migration, I step into plan mode and I like to make decisions and I like to see a structured plan
Mhm.
that I can get behind before I tell it to run off and start generating code. What about you?
I I don't know if it's my laziness or what it is, but I find myself using the plan mode less and less. It is true that I oftentimes spin up Cloud Code or Codex to to do a small task. But if recently I've started working on an app that is like a full front end app. It's actually an iOS app, and I didn't use plan mode. I just went with iterations,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I downloaded the Expo skill, and then I said like, all right, create a plain Expo app. Just like put together the basics,
Mm-hmm.
right? The base of the app so that we know that npm run dev works and I can run the app and view it on my phone or whatever. Uh, and then I would start iterating. All right, let's add the main screen. Let's add the feature. Let's add this. But I haven't, I'm still working on that. It's sort of a side project that I sometimes feel like doing, sometimes I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Then um so I don't know how well it will play out long term, because of course when I start a new window I don't really have a plan to go back to. I'm not even sure if I saved anything to some markdown file where like the updates would be tracked or something, so that
Mm-hmm.
might backfire. uh but also the app is still very small, so I'm not sure like how that's going to play off. But yeah, I'm kind of using plan mode less and less for some reason.
Do you think it would be helpful to save plans in Markdown files? Because you know what, I found that for some larger tasks, some larger undertaking of like projects that I'm working on, I'd like to keep a hidden plan directory and
Hmm.
then a sub directory will be that specific project or major architectural change that I'm focused on, like migrating from one DB database tool to another one. I have a directory for that, and then a plan for that particular. It's just
Mm-hmm.
it's probably overcomplicated, but I do like to have references in hidden folders that Codex or Claude Code can look into and analyze to make sure there's no drift in the original intent that I've already done, that I've already decided that we need to do. I'm going to
Yeah.
click yes, implement this plan, by the way.
Yeah.
Let's go for it. Let's, let it
Use
do
the
its
same
thing.
context because there was an option to clear the context and implement the plan.
Ooh, did
Why is
I?
that? Yeah, you chose the default one, which was just like go ahead and implement the plan. I think
Okay.
like this is not a huge deal because it wasn't a large change and a
Yeah.
long plan, but it's kind of weird that they have that as the default.
Mm-hmm. And with Claude, did we want to? One of the things that was actually here that we were talking about was in the last live stream that we did. We noticed that the main file app.tsx just had way too much code in it. Was that the
Yes.
conclusion that we came to?
Yes, I think that was one of the things that Kodo pointed out
Mm.
in the code review. I don't think I'm not sure if it was necessarily just the length of the file. Actually, it might be, yeah, because it was just a single point of failure. Like the whole app was an app in app TSX. If something broke there, it wouldn't like compile. It wouldn't work. So I think that was one of the concerns raised by Kodo, if I recall correctly.
I need to find the exact link to, or is there a way maybe you could put it in the chat here of the
Oh,
true
sure, yeah,
Ember?
yeah. Let me find the PR because it was in there. All right, I'm sending it to you in chat. Wait, where's our chat? Here you go.
Awesome. Thank you. And I'm going to pull this down and bring it here. We've got multiple things going on. We got this. So this was the PR that we made last time, right?
Yes. Yeah,
Stuff.
stuff. Yeah, very good at commenting my changes, obviously.
And yeah, so
That's a way how to describe 18,000 lines of code.
exactly. It really ultimately is just a bunch of stuff
Stuff. Yeah.
and 113 files that were changed. So Kodo, did have generated a summary of what all of these changes encompassed at a high level, tests,
Yeah.
docs, and then it went into reviewing the code, surfaced some issues. And did we live resolve these issues?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. We resolved them all. We used PR.
Kodo PR
Code of
resolver.
PR resolver. Yes.
So then we used an agent skill to pull down all of Kodo's comments and analyses and solve each of the issues.
Yes.
And it's great because you don't have to like manually copy and paste this, although that is an option if you want to go like one by one. It can just loop through all of this work right there in your.
We basically instructed the skill like just go ahead and fix it all.
Mm-hmm.
I think by default it would probably ask you to like, all right, which one do you want to fix?
Mm-hmm.
I think there even was if I recall correctly, there was even a question at the beginning, like, do you want the ones that where the action is required, or do you want me to go ahead and fix them all? And we
Exactly.
went with the fix them all option.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty helpful when oh yes, always allow. Thanks for that.
Oh,
Oh,
it's running Playwright for you. I think
so-
it's like after it implemented the change, it tried to test the change as well, so that it is, yeah. And this is one of the things that I kind of find a bit annoying with the Playwright MCP.
mhm.
I'm assuming this is MCP or CLI.
I
Eh,
believe it's the
It's
MCP.
the MCP. Like it keeps on asking you
Yep.
for each tool whether it can use it. Like just use the whole MCP. It's yours. Go ahead. Right? And you have to like allow each tool. Like, can I do a screenshot? Can I open the page? Can I click? Can I
Mm,
do a snapshot? Can I look into the console? Like, just do it already.
right.
I
I,
don't know what it is with that. Um, I
I've
mean,
already I've already integrated the MCP. Like I've already made the choice that I want to access and leverage these tools, so I don't need to make all the granular choices and
yes.
slow the whole process down of an agent just being able to churn out some code.
And it's interesting that these tools do that because in Cursor, you just go to settings and you can just enable them all if you
Mhm.
want to. And then, or you can disable them one by one or enable the ones you want to have enabled. Uh,
So it's doing its thing, testing, I guess, different browser sizes. I'm assuming.
yes, yes, that's what it did. Like it went for the mobile option, even though we never asked it to. But it's smart to go with the mobile as well because you tend to forget.
With
All right.
Claude, we're in plan mode, right? And
Yes.
one thing that we said was that we should plan how to, we should actually talk with Claude. Like, does it make sense to reorganize this code so it's not just this massive file, one file, app.tsx doing
Yes.
everything? Maybe that should be a conversation and we can get Claude's opinion on that.
Yes, let's do that. So I've actually had a experience with this when I thought I was doing a plugin for Cypress back like 2 years ago or something,
Mhm.
and I've created it all inside of a single file, and I thought, well, this is no good. Like I need to break it up. And when I did, when I finally finished all the work, I realized this is not good. Like this is such a mess because all right, I have created a separation of my code, but now I just don't know where the flow is. Like
Mhm.
when I want to debug it, I'm suddenly like opening three different files and I have no idea why is where is the problem that I'm looking for. So it's good to have a conversation, I guess, about this.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, Codex is already done. Oh, just for a reminder, I do have GPT 5.5 extra high.
Ooh.
I pay for this, and so it is nice when you've got really powerful model and settings, and I'm also really I love using fast too. It might not be helpful anymore because Codex is already done.
Yeah.
Implemented the bulk selection UI. So
You know
what?
what though? There is a thing that Codex implemented which I don't really like. If
Okay,
you have the app opened
and let me kill
somewhere,
this. And so many views here.
yeah.
Here we are.
I don't like the placing of it. Like look at the score, select all. Like it's by the way, does it work? It does work. That's great. But it's like a table. So on the left it says big issue, which I'm not sure if they're separate Or
Yeah,
well,
there's a spacing issue now because it wasn't this far apart.
yes, it was like an instruction, big issue. And now I feel like it's trying to be a table where the
Pick.
pick has all the checkboxes and issue has all the issues.
Is
And
that
now the
what?
score is pushed to the left in favor of that select all button, which now kind of doesn't make sense because
Yep.
if it's a table, the label should be above the score, not.
You would think that that's understood. Like, I, I don't know. I kind of would expect with the testing. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's. I think like you can understand what's going on,
mhm,
just like the feel of it. It's just off. Like, why
mhm.
isn't the score above the score? I would like it to be there.
So
Am I being too picky?
let me move this over to closer to the pane, and I'm just gonna
Yeah.
go ahead and take a screenshot. And then I'm going to say, so I took the screenshot, I placed it inside of Codex, and I'm going to say, I've noticed that the select all and deselect button is now directly above the score. And so the score label is misaligned. I need you to move the score label to be directly above the actual score, and for select all deselect button to be moved over to the left side. And the label also pick issue should it's too far apart. That should just be one phrase closer together, like readable as one phrase and not separated.
By the way, I loved how when you said left, you
Yeah.
raised your left hand. I do that all the time. Like ever since I started like doing stuff with Tailwind, and I was like creating my website or whatever, and then you have this like shorthand classes, right, for like padding right, padding left. I would always raise my hand to see which one is left, which one is right, so that so that I connect the visual to my body. Uh,
I have decided that I will probably always need to have some kind of visual or some type of physical movement cue,
yeah.
because there is nothing so far that has helped me to genuinely remember the difference between left and right. So my brain has to process it as entirely new information every single time I think about my left and my right.
Yeah, the other day in a gym and my trainer instructed me to do like squat steps forward, and I was supposed to be like alternating my steps left and right.
Uh-huh.
And I couldn't do that without saying it out loud, like left,
Right?
right, left, right.
The mind is such an interesting place because then you can be just super naturally like intuitive and advanced in certain other areas.
Yeah.
And then that is like, what is left and what is right? um,
All right. How about Claude? What it is
yeah.
doing? It created the whole plan for us already.
Okay, but Claude, I thought this was going to be a conversation. Like, I
Yeah.
thought you were going to include us.
Oh, and by the way, I think that might be actually one of the things why I also stopped using plan mode.
Hmm.
Because sometimes I want to just like have a conversation, but plan mode has that intention of creating a whole plan for you. And I think like that's not always what I want. I just want to ask a question. And I think like this is exactly the type of thing that tends to happen with plan mode.
Wait a minute, you've just touched on something here. So I feel like I have less of that experience with Codex, But what you're saying, just so when you do plan
Mm.
mode and you run into that issue where it's just so eager to just generate a plan and not actually co-architect with
That
you,
might be the case. Yeah, it might
is that a
be.
Claude thing? Like it's happening in Claude in your experience?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think like I've been working with Claude more than with Codex. I'm
Mm-hmm.
starting to use Codex more and more, and it's funny how I um I always described like a model update like a change of dialect.
Mm-hmm.
Like it somehow changed the dialect, and I need to adjust to the way it speaks to me and the way I need to speak to it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel like that anymore with the model releases we have been having over like past 6 months, maybe a year. uh but start to feel that as I'm switching from cloud codes to codex, that all right, this is there's a different feeling associated with that. And it's funny how we are not just uh yeah, how we're kind of like creating our own ways of coding, but actually it's the tools that are shaping us as well. And I feel like this is what's happening to me with yeah, the switch between cloud code and codex.
Now I'm wondering, there might be a system prompt thing with Claude that is making your experience what it is.
Yes.
There's some differences. Clearly, there has to be.
Yeah.
Uh, and now it almost calls for there to be like a discuss mode.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So what do we do? Do we like restart this, or I haven't gone through it?
Yeah, this is a quite a bit to look at. So at a high level, the assessment was like, is this, oh, so I just asked, like, I want you to assess the application, determine code quality, readability, maintainability. What are your highest leverage recommendations, if you have any? And it assessed the code, said that it was pretty much okay, but there are some very specific lines of code that could be, mm, I guess, improved or
Hmm.
optimized. Mode and triage are two variables encoding one state. They can drift. Sure. While triage, the render proves has to defensively write that conditional, a branch that should never happen. This is a classic make impossible states impossible opportunity. A single discriminated union collapses those pairs into one atomic update and deletes the dead guard. I mean, that sounds correct. Issue list takes 11 prompts, 5 of which are derivatives of issues selected IDs. So it's probably a better way to write that. And this file is 608 lines, holding 6 components. And so, yeah, it's some ways to improve that by moving some of the components into their own files and leaving app as the container. This is the lowest risk change, but it has the lowest semantic payoff. uh, and then what's all
Interesting.
this? Here's Claude's plan. Okay.
Yeah. It's what's funny to me that it said like this is good code. So Claude actually complimented
Mm-hmm.
Codex's work.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. We should be friends.
Right. uh, yeah, it thinks it's complimenting us, but it doesn't know that it's complimenting Codex.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Adjusted the table header layout. Speaking of Codex, it has made some improvements to the experience.
Oh no. I mean,
Did I not make
yeah,
myself clear?
you said move it to the left, but maybe it's just said like move it all the way to the left. I mean, this is well, this is I don't know if this is good or bad, honestly, because the big issue thing is kind of redundant at this point.
Yeah.
Because you have the checkboxes, right? With the score, it annoyed me because it pushed the score to the left. It wasn't above the score. It made no sense. Big
Hmm.
issue is not really a description of what's going on below, right?
Right.
It's a checkbox and description of the issue or the issue title.
It's
So
trying to tell us what to do when really it should just be a label that explains what this is, what
yeah,
these things are below it.
yes.
Uh, hmm. I, I, so would do you think it makes sense to
Just remove it.
so just remove it entirely? Okay.
Yeah, I would remove it entirely. That would be my instinct.
This is the part that makes me wonder if I should just go do that in the code myself.
That is true. Yes. So I see so many people like going with Codex, the UI version,
Hmm.
and also Cursor now has this agent mode, which like closely resembles Codex. I think the UI version of Codex. Why does Codex actually have two versions? Never mind. Um, but it's interesting to me because I always want to have IDE present. Like I use Cursor a lot, and then I use Codex or Cloud Code in the terminal, but it's inside the integrated IDE that I have in Cursor. So it feels like I want to be able to reach into the code,
Hmm.
and in Codex, I feel like I'm really vibe coding. Like
Yeah.
I'm not even seeing the code, and things like this seem to be seem to be an overkill. Like, hey, delete this thing for me. I can just go ahead and delete it. Like, it also kind of reminds me of the if you're doing test automation, sometimes you need an data test ID attribute so that you can target your locators to a certain element.
Hmm.
And I've seen many teams just asking developers to do it. And I used to demonstrate like how easy it is to do that yourself. Like you don't have to be afraid to jump into the repo, do that yourself, because you can first of all, like you're if you're referencing a button or something like that, you can probably just hit Command F and find the element in the repo and get an understanding, just like, all right, just add it here, you're good to go. It's just HTML, like you're good. Well, it might be React or whatever, but like
Yeah.
the HTML markup, right?
Hmm.
So it is easier to do that yourself than prompt your engineer. And in case of AI, it's also like, yeah, just find a line of code and delete it.
Hmm. Yeah, and I guess it's easy to forget that with like a bit of over reliance. Like there are some changes you can make that are just much faster to
Yeah,
do manually, instead of trying to explain what went wrong, what you don't like about it, and what exactly needs to change, and who knows if the AI will still be able to pick up on exactly what it is that you need to do
yeah,
without changing something else that you didn't ask for. That can get a little bit
yeah,
messy. I just realized that like the better way to be using these sessions is for like separating. We can have the Claude Maxer here, and we can have the Codex Maxer, because I realized this whole window is sharing both of these when,
yes.
but then
But
there
you
was
can
something
probably
else.
move the session, right? I think I've seen the command somewhere
So
in the Tmux cheat sheet.
that was the next thing. I was like, can we pick up on this session in here, or do we just start Claude up here? Wait, what is it that we want to do?
We want to move the Claude tab into the Claude Maxer session.
Okay.
So I don't know if they're called like sub sessions or tabs or what it is, but maybe the cheat sheet could tell us how we can move that.
Let's see. Here we have the cheat sheet.
Sessions attach.
Because I'm like, is this a tmux thing or is this a Claude thing that we want to do?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a tmux thing, right? Because
if we start attach to last session, attach to a session with the name my session. Attach. I feel like that's
what
what
we
we should
want.
be.
Yeah.
So first, let me just list the sessions. Well, I've already started it, but I could just exit.
Can you do that from inside tmux? Isn't that what the colon thing is?
Yes. You mean to to actually run the tmux commands inside tmux?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, okay. So Claude Maxer, Codex Maxer. That's super cool. But then we need to attach. Let's see. Show all sessions. So we have. Session should be nested with care. Why am I getting that? Tmux attached session.
Aren't you running tmux inside your tmux? Are you tmux?
Did I just do that? Let me. No.
No, you didn't. Oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
Because you ran a tmux command inside tmux, and I thought like maybe that has created another session within it or something. I don't know.
I just did tmux a, and now what have I done?
I don't know.
Whoa. It's listing or it's showing. I don't know what I've done, but this is cool. Oh, no. Don't have Claude doing anything. Okay, I'm just gonna see what I want to just list the sessions. Control, or is that this? Now I have to do tmux ls again. One window. And because I killed Claude Maxer, I'm actually too scared to exit out of this.
I mean, we're not really doing anything anymore. Like none of the agents are running. So even if you kill it, we won't like lose any of our work, I think.
Okay. That's still there. And tmux attach. Okay, let me try that again. It might just be the same thing, and it might not be what we were looking for. Yeah, it's the same thing. But okay, you know what? I know what to do. We need AI to help us. We should ask Codex or Claude, whichever one you want to pick. We should ask how exactly can we use tmux commands to accomplish what we're trying to accomplish.
Yes, let's do that. Let's go for Codex because I want to be learning about Codex.
Is this There we go. Okay. Moved out of the tmux mode. And how would you describe this?
I think like it's just a question, right? Maybe at this point I would just go like, hey, just give me some tips on how can I utilize the power of tmux within Codex.
Hmm. Hmm. Utilize the power of tmux inside codex. That should give us a good start. Oh, and I switched to fast mode, by the way. Oof, let me
Okay.
slow this down. I'll quickly check whether tmux is available locally. Yes, I do have tmux. And the main way to use it inside Codex is to keep long-running project processes alive in named sessions while Codex keeps doing other work. Here is a useful pattern. tmux new triage.
I think it's
Session
referencing
triage.
our triage Tinder
Okay.
thing, right?
It's naming the session triage.
Yes.
And then inside tmux run, which we do have, we have that running right here.
Yep.
Detach without killing it. Control B D.
Oh yeah, let's show that. Like go to that other window where our dev server is running,
Mhm.
and let's detach it without killing it. Like we close it, right, and it keeps on running.
But to do that, yeah, Control B D. Okay. Control B. All right.
All right. Now you can go to the browser and refresh the app, see if it's still running, or add an issue or something. I want to
It's
test
still
that.
alive.
Still alive? Did you refresh?
Oh, wait a minute. This is not. This is not.
This is not the
This,
live version.
this can't be the yeah, this can't be the latest version. Where let's go back to the session. Reattach later. tmux ls. Did we just kill the server?
No, I don't think we have, because you got two, right? You got number 1, which is unnamed. That's the Windows. One Windows created Tuesday, June, whatever.
Mhm.
And then Codex Maxer, and that's the second
Mhm.
window.
Okay.
I think it's still running. Although it is weird that we've seen the old version of the app. Did you refresh that?
I refreshed it like this. I could do a hard refresh. Just did a hard refresh. I just don't know
Why
why.
did it? Oh, you know what? I think I know what might be the problem.
What?
So we had 2 sessions running, and we instructed Codex to make the changes to the select all button.
Yeah.
But during the same, around the same time, we have asked Cloud Codes to come up with a plan of how we can change things. And what I found to be happening with these types of agents is that once they read the code, they have it cached, which makes sense, right? They have it in their context window saved somewhere. So when it comes to implementing the plan then, or doing any kind of changes, it will keep the reference to that old file, and it will just copy the contents of the old file back to it. So I think it just rewrote it to the old version because the last version it saw, it was the old version. I have had that happen to me all the time when I've used AI to work on a file which I have manually edited. And I realized, oh, it's not rereading the file all the time, which makes sense, but it's also like you need to be aware of that. I believe this is what happened, but yeah.
And I might try to have Codex fix that.
Yeah, fix the do
because
it
Codex has
again.
the context of
Yeah. Yeah.
having made the change that we liked,
Yes.
and yeah.
And just say like I accidentally rewrote the the file. No, wait. We should inform that we have refactored the app.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we're just gonna go down this.
But yes, exactly. Like we have refactored the app, but we've accidentally reintroduced the wrong placement of select all button. Can you fix that?
Nice. I like the way that Codex explained how you can organize like a good Codex workflow. Name your sessions, and based on where you're running your app, where you're running your tests, and I like that. That seems very
Yes.
organized.
Yes, I like that too. And it also like came up with a very very practical way of using it. Like, hey, you can just run your dev server. That's pretty useful because you probably want it to be running the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
By the way, do you have your agents just constantly trying to run the server? I have that problem all the time. So last time I just like uh, added that to the agents MD file. Like, just assume the dev server is running unless I tell you otherwise. Because for some reason, whenever the agent tries to implement something, it will try to run the npm run dev, and it's like, oh, something is blocking the port. Well, how about you look what's blocking the port? It's the same application you're trying to run.
That's
Like,
hilarious.
ah, I'm getting frustrated with that because it happens just way too often. So I need to like add it to the agents md file, which is, I don't think like that's the best play to put that kind of instruction. I feel like models should be already intelligent enough to realize like, oh wait, the dev server is blocked. Maybe check what's running on it. you know.
Exactly. You would think you would think it would know what to do, but of course, always
Yeah.
has. There's got to be some kind of really dumb, uh, dumb moment that reminds you
Yes.
that AGI is a little far off.
Yes, and then what it tries to do, like, oh, port 3000 is blocked. So let me just cram these random arguments into terminal to try to run it on a different port. Oh,
Hmm.
wait, that doesn't work because I'm dumb. those and those things are actually implemented somewhere. So like by the end, it comes up with this awkward, super long command line argument which I don't even understand, and it says like, oh, finally it looks like I'm able to run it on port 4769. And it's like, all right, great, you figured that out.
Right?
How many tokens did you burn with this one?
Exactly.
And now I have to restart my conversation because we're almost at the limit, and now open a new window and we're back at it again.
It's it's really disappointing.
Yeah. All right.
And
Rant over.
this is a safe space.
Yeah. Just you, me, and a couple of people. Milo is asking, what is it? We're running tmux. We're playing with different sessions and capabilities of tmux, and we're creating an app which is called Triage Tinder, uh, which just helps you to triage your issues in your backlog in sort of a Tinder style. We're actually not swiping left or right. We're comparing two issues one by one and saying and trying to determine which one is more important. By the end, you have your prioritized list of issues, and we're adding some cool features to it. All right. So did Codex actually re-implement the change? I
Yep.
stopped paying attention for a second. Okay.
Um, yes.
All right, great.
Well, everything looks totally good now.
Select, deselect.
And if I deselect myself, cool.
Yes.
Everything's looking great.
Nice.
Yay.
If you start selecting all of the issues manually, will it swap as well? Yes. Okay. That's something I
Yay.
would test for.
Yeah. So,
Oh, another edge case.
mhm.
Select all issues and now go create new issue.
Hmm.
I want to see what happens. I'm assuming it's handled, but select all. Yeah, we go back to select all. It doesn't say deselect. The button is good.
So it doesn't automatically select.
No, it doesn't automatically select. That's not what I would expect. I would just want to see if it jumps from deselect state to select all state.
Mhm. It's great to see the other parts of this working too. Like this
Yes.
is still identified as not triage, and there is some direction being, or I guess some information being uh, displayed.
Yeah, we didn't regress. We had a whole debate on that today, right? With
Mhm.
iteration, verification, and generation of things.
All the
Of
shins.
all the shuns, yes. Feel like we covered them all.
I think we did. Um, and that server is still running. And if I were to leave this Claude, exit out of this Claude session, I could probably uh,
Yeah.
attach it again, but nothing to see there really. And side note, meet Fable 5, our newest model for complex long running work, trying to
Oh,
type model
did we just have a new release during the live stream?
during the live stream. Look, here we go. Ah.
All right. Well, solve. Let's go ahead and just go with world peace. Let's
Solve
go.
world
Solve.
peace.
Solve world peace. Achieve world peace.
Oh man, my laptop's probably gonna implode trying to run that
Is that
computation.
how world peace is achieved by like our laptops just burning?
World peace. This
At
What
least
a
it's funny.
wonderfully, horribly efficient thing that just happened here. I'm not even going to expend a lot of tokens. I'm just going to tell you, don't try to make me do this.
Also, I love the humbleness. It's a bit outside of my
Right?
toolkit. You know what? Try harder.
I
If it's
checked.
just the bits that we're missing, like just give it a
I'm,
shot.
I'm
Come
the
on.
bit. I checked, and there's no agent type for that. What is it really referencing? Is it referencing surfacing how Claude itself is built, and that there are certain agents that meant for certain use cases? Maybe that's what that is. But introducing Claude Fable 5, a Mythos class model that we've
Oh,
made safe for general use. Fable's capabilities are what I cannot see unless I look at the release notes.
I thought it was too dangerous to release. That was
This is
the tagline, right?
Yeah, and now they're saying we've created a safer version called what is it?
Oh,
Um,
come on, you Anthropic guys with your PR stunts.
mhm.
Uh,
They're really clever with their words. Um,
yes,
very polit-
have to give that to them. Like they are good at creating hype and like really leaning into the AI psychosis audience, I guess. Like you remember the what was it? The Claude Constitution, like the weird stuff it had in there,
Mm-hmm.
and the things like they have Claude be diagnosed by psychotherapists. Like that's just a PR stunt. Come on, like it's yeah.
I
So now
just
it's apparently like not too dangerous to release. And Anthropic like 3 days ago just said like, "Hey, we should stop with the AI evolution because it's like moving too fast and we're not ready." I guess that just included their competitors.
and I mean it's very convenient.
Yeah.
Should I push these changes?
Yes.
I
Yeah. Let's do
believe.
that. Let's
Yeah.
do that.
Um. Let's see. Please organize the changes and make commits.
I think I might need to add you to the repo as a contributor, right?
Oh, that might. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it open?
It is open, but still, even if it's open, you need to either go through fork, right?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, through fork, which is awkward, and I
That.
never liked it.
Yeah. That's going to be. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a headache.
Yes, so I'll just add you to the repo, and you'll be able to
Cool.
do that. Add people. You have Nena hacks.
For my GitHub username,
Yes,
no, Nana and Dukeway. I wish it was Nana Hacks. But that's uh,
I
Nana
think
Hacks is more recent.
you can still change it, right? Or can't
I'm
you?
kind of scared to change it
Yeah, I know what you mean.
because then what happens to like URLs that I have all over the internet surface that points
Hmm.
to, or maybe it will reroute or redirect.
Yeah, I sent you the invite, so you should be good to go.
Okay. Perhaps I would need to. Do I go to github.com?
I think it should land in your email.
Okay.
That has been my experience.
Oof. All right. View invitation. Accept invitation.
Yay!
Now what? Would I still have problems? No, I shouldn't. I don't think I will.
Yeah, I think you can just now push to remote.
Cool. So now, please, yeah, I'm back to Claude. Please organize these changes into nice commits.
Yes, we're creating a new standard. We have conventional commits and we're introducing nice commits.
Yes.
I like that.
Fable 5, right, should know that nice commits are probably something like conventional commits.
Yes.
Um, please organize these changes, push the remote band to make a PR, and do not um, push like what is it, that VS Code thing?
Yes.
Untracked files. If anything, add to git ignore. All right. I feel like if I want to be a bit more like a troll for people, I should probably have create or wear like an AGI 2026 t-shirt.
That
Like
sounds good.
I'm rooting for.
Yes. Yeah, we could have that's a good theme, AGI achieved,
Yes.
and
That.
I would sell that alongside with I like I'm waiting for Tesla Roadster since what was it, like 2019, or when was it announced?
When was what announced?
The Tesla Roadster, right?
Oh, the
Like that.
Tesla.
Yeah, the car, like there was a model Tesla Roadster which like people put down payments for.
Hmm.
They were like, oh, it's coming next year, and we're like 6 years into next year. And you know or another t-shirt idea, we've got AGI before GTA 6.
Wow. Brilliant. Have you actually seen that anywhere?
Oops, there was like a short reconnection, something happening. I think we're good. Okay.
Cool.
The coolest AI themed T-shirt I think I've seen was the Run MCP T-shirt. Have you seen that? It was like on the there are these like legendary T-shirts, Run DMC.
Hmm.
In the same colors, it had Run MCP. It was so cool.
I've seen that, but
Yeah.
I don't remember what context of like where I saw that or who made those types of shirts, if they were well known. But
I
that was
think they were. I think they were. But I don't know where it was. Yeah, we should come up with our own merch. We should find something really cool.
hmm.
I like that AGI thing.
Yeah.
There should be something that will make everyone laugh, and everyone will want those shirts.
It's time to bring that to the team.
Yeah.
That would be fun, actually. I organized the work into 4 commits. Thank you, Fable. Ignore VS Code editor settings. Good. Normalize package lock. I guess.
Normalize package lock.
The 39 deleted lines were just npm dropping libc fields from optional platform dependencies. Uh, okay. And extract issue list, triage view, and create issue modal from app. So that's the refactoring. And then separate commit for test coverage. 20 out of 20 passing test, full suite. And let's verify.
Pull request. Hey, there we go.
And of course, Claude likes to, is this a thing where Claude, yes, generated with Claude code. It likes
Oh,
to,
you can turn that off, by the way. It's a setting that you can turn off.
okay, I would like to do that.
Yes, you should do that because it's annoying. It's the new sent with iPhone thing.
Mm-hmm. This is interesting. These stats here. Remove 455, added 466, so 464. And
I had to. I had to.
ah, look at that. Brilliant. Thank you for your contributions to all of this
No problem.
hard work.
Anytime later.
And I guess,
What did
yeah,
Kodo find? Is it still working?
Kodo drafted the PR summary, a
Oh, we're still
description,
waiting for the bugs. Okay.
and the diagram.
Oh, that's a nice diagram.
Hmm.
I like that because Usually I open up the diagram because I'm curious, and then I'm like, oof, this is too much visual information. So let's just go to the next thing. But this is actually really nice, and that's exactly what we did, right? We split the app into a bunch of new components, and I like that. It's pretty,
Yeah, I
pretty
like the way
graph.
that they were separated, so it looks appropriate. List, commit, that's API, pairing, advance, lib triage. And then high level assessment. This is interesting. The following are oh, the following are alternative approaches to this PR.
Oh,
Use reducer for view and selection state. Is this summarizing what has already been done, or I can confirm actually. Okay, no, I don't believe so.
that
Move
is
selection.
new, right?
Yeah, I think this is new.
High level assessment.
Move selection state from state into issue list, controlled only on triage start. Adopt a lightweight state machine like X state. Yeah, I remember it used to. Have you used X state before?
I'm afraid to say because David, the author of X State, is a friend.
Mm-hmm.
And if I say I haven't, he'll probably appear right behind me.
Yes.
The legend says that if you say X State 3 times, he appears behind you.
I would just be so glad that we finally catch this, supernatural stuff on camera because we're live streaming. So feel free to
Well,
summon whatever you want.
well, I know Tejas Kumar. Not sure if you know him, but he
Mhm.
made a video like exactly that. It was like 2 years ago. They had these running jokes, like a couple of guys with David, and it was like, yeah, I'm sure it's all made up, and then suddenly David appeared in the back. It was funny. Yeah, David is like one of the funniest guys on Twitter. He has a handle, like his name is David K Piano.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh, yeah.
and
I
his
think I've
last
been
name
following
is
him for years.
Kushrit. I don't know how to pronounce his name. That's probably why he just goes with David K. No, nobody can tell his last name.
Makes
Uh,
sense.
and he's one of he's a delightful person, first of all, and second of all, he's like really funny on Twitter. So go check him out.
And also check out this code review, the results that just came in 5
Yes.
minutes ago. Um, so it looks like this was a decent this was decent work. Not seeing anything crazy just from what I'm seeing so far from these results. We've only got one thing that is pointed out that is worth reviewing. So 0 bugs, 0 rule violations, 1 skill insight. And we could see the list of the context that was used. We've got some rules that are that Kodo uses, typical like some engineering standards that were set by the team, and then agent skills for Cell React best practices, um, which is kind of cool to see, or I guess have proof of certain agent skills that were leveraged.
Wait, so what is that? Is that like are we now reading skills and flag issues that are like not compliant with the skills, or what's
I
the situation there?
That is what I'm going to find out right now with what the description is. So modal not lazily loaded.
It's more
Good.
of an improvement, but it's a good suggestion, I'd say.
Create issue modal is imported eagerly, even though it only renders when is create open is true, increasing the initial bundle unnecessarily. That's thoughtful. Evidence. I think this is what will answer your question. The skill rule Bundle conditional says to load modules only when a feature is activated. App.tsx currently imports create issue modal at module load time, even though it's conditionally rendered only when is create open is true. So yes, is that the correct answer for your question? That
Yeah,
this skills are a part of this verification um,
that is
process.
awesome. That is actually awesome. I really like that. I've never seen this triggered yet. I'm not sure if this is a new feature that I'm still like learning about, or it's actually a new feature. Because the thing is with all of these rules and skill files is that you don't have 100% guarantee that your agent will load them,
Mm-hmm.
and then what that also means that it might ignore them when they should have been applied,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I'm not sure if the best practices React best practices skill was even loaded when you asked for adding the select all button, because the agent codex agent might have thought like, this is not that important right now, we're just doing a minor change or whatever. I don't know what the reasoning was, but it is obvious that this thing was skipped through. So now on the verification time, we take a look back at all the skills and see if they were actually applied. So this is so cool. It actually kind of reminds me of a things you can do with skills with skill
Mm-hmm.
creator in Cloud Code.
Mm-hmm.
You can run evals and compare results to whether your agent is doing a better job with the skill or without it.
Without
And then
it.
you can also like tweak your rules. Sorry, you can tweak your skills and make them perform even better. Like, so you can either improve, but also like the baseline should be, well, is the agent actually doing better when it has that skill MD file loaded in its context?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good question to ask because sometimes you just don't know. And in this case, it seems like we didn't even load the skill.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I love how I actually it makes me want to ask Claude to verify, or I might have to ask Claude and Codex. Oh
you know what? Try asking, since we have that codex still opened. Do we have that?
yes,
Yes, like just like look back at the conversation and name all of the skills we have used so far.
and name every skill we've leveraged so
Yes.
far. I hope it knows I mean agent skills. And here I noticed that it's already trying to Claude knows what I want it to do next, which is to run
Ooh.
the Kodo PR resolver on this PR.
Haha. Good job, Fable.
That's exactly what I want to do. Yeah, so I'll just have Claude doing that, and let's see what Codex's analysis is going to be. Skills leverage so far, TDD.
Well, it did
Mhm.
use Vercel React best practices, but it didn't do that in this case, or it didn't do good enough job with that.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's even, in a way, that's even more interesting, right? So it did use the skill, but it didn't follow all the rules inside the skill or all the
Mhm.
instructions inside the skill. And we didn't find that the agent didn't apply that during code generation, but it was uncovered during the code verification.
Mhm.
That is so cool. I
It's
know I'm
fascinating.
biased, but I feel super proud of what we're doing in Kodo because that's just amazing.
Yeah, it's kind of like it just makes it more clear the overconfidence that can easily come from LLMs when generating a code. Like, yes, I have used the skill, but it's like in what that's why you need an independent system that doesn't have that
Yeah.
bias, the same exact bias that the models you're using for code gen have.
Yes.
And how would we like to handle this issue? I don't think that there
We
were
have one issue, so
many. Yeah.
I would just go with autofix all.
Okay. Apply the lazy loading fix automatically and reply to the comments when you're done. So yes, we
Oh,
would
it
love
will
for you to.
reply to the comments.
Yeah, I think there is one standout. Uh, there's It looks like there's one comment that Kodo actually, yeah, Kodo had an inline comment for just that review recommended. So same one.
You could
And
reply with the meme, the GIF, like, "Are you sure about this?"
right.
Yeah, I feel like looks good to me.
That was an interesting assessment also of ways to what to do next. See this recommendation here? The
Hmm.
PR's approach is a good balance of clarity and low overhead, and a reducer state machine would be the next step only if additional view states or transitions are expected soon.
Yeah.
I I think that makes sense. Like if we're going to continue, if this gets a little bit more complex, or we need more to handle more state, you might as well just use a state machine.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, and I love that. So I like the fact that we have like general recommendations on like, all right, this could be achieved in a different way. Maybe you want to start think about introducing a state machine, right? Like there are recommendations of how you can make this even better, which I
mhm,
like because everyone's saying AI is making us dumb, but I actually think it's a great learning tool. And here we have some evidence into how that can be a learning tool that is actually meeting you where you are at.
mhm.
And the other thing I liked, I didn't point that out, but I just realized that the suggestion we have received from Kodo that the model is not lazy loaded. When I first read it, I was like, sure, okay, sounds like a nice improvement. Thank you for your contribution. But then I realized, wait, it didn't. It's actually based on that skill. It's actually based on what I myself have decided I want to implement. So it's not just a random AI suggestion on how to make your code better, which if you have a tool that is doing just that, just like AI slapping on a PR on a codes review, then of course you're going to have lots of noise and it's going to create that alert fatigue where at some point you're just going to start ignoring all of the recommendations.
Mhm.
This is like actually anchored into the standards I have set for myself, which is kind of awesome. Like it has that it has that context inside and it gives a comment that's actually valuable. Um,
I was just I totally agree with you and was not expecting this to pop up. This is like
yeah.
really I am and it makes sense. I was like, okay, I get it. Like I get why you would care, and now I know exactly why
Yeah.
this was even brought up. This is already decided, and Kodo's letting us know this was already
Yeah.
decided, and we need to
Yeah.
adhere to that.
Read your Kodo comments, folks.
Yeah.
Useful.
All right. I don't know how long we've been at
uh,
it.
at it almost 2 hours, so I think we can wrap up.
Yeah.
Uh, I see that we have Kodo review resolution summary. added.
Where is that?
So like it added. Maybe you need to refresh because it like appeared
Mhm.
out of nowhere for me, but it's like the last comment. Um,
Okay,
Here,
so I see this was marked automatically as resolved with a comment.
yes, and now
And
this as
aha,
well.
cool. Decision fixed. We
Yes,
got lazy, updated the model validation test to await the lazy loaded component. Great.
that's a nice touch with
Yeah.
the resolution summary. Good job, Claude. Good job, Fable.
Yeah. All right.
Alrighty, I think that's a wrap. I think that's we had a really good session here today. Learned a bit about tmux, added some new features, and did some review. I like that. We definitely ended up on a high note. I mean, I was once again impressed by the quality of review, and I know I'm biased, but still, it's kind of impressive, isn't it?
That yeah, it is, and it was a great surprise, like updates to the product experience. And we also reviewed the latest Claude model drop live.
What a great timing we have.
Yes, that was awesome. That was super awesome. And then we reviewed the code change that Fable did. Or no Fable. I don't remember at what point we introduced it, but I'll watch the live stream back and we'll probably chat about it more
Yeah.
on Twitter and stuff. But this
Yep.
was great.
It was. It really was. Thank you for showing me around, and thanks for everyone tuning in. We'll see you next time. Follow us on social media. We'll let you know. Bye, everyone.